I'm telling you, people that said they loved us, we found out, both of us at separate times in different years, found out that was not the case. Mm-hmm. And many relationships were tested. Our character was assassinated. Mm-hmm. And continues to be. Shout out to us. Hey.
Assalamu alaikum. Peace is Coach Nyla.
Assalamu alaikum. Peace. It's Coach Fatimah.
And we're co-founders of Outstanding Personal Relationships, as well as co-authors of the book
Let's Talk Polygyny Uncensored.
Okay, so in this video we're going to talk about pain, y'all.
Yeah, we're going to get into it because y'all want us to. And you guys keep bringing it up, and we understandably so. So we really wanted to talk about pain, and we were actually recently asked about pain management and polygyny and what you do and what you don't do, and why is it important to, open the floor up for the discussion about pain, because I think sometimes we don't want people to know we're in it.
Oh, yeah.
We don't want, unless it's like YouTube, but we don't want the people we're in a relationship with or our co-wife to see that we're in pain. And when we do it, we take away that human quality. But in this video, we really want to talk about how to manage it and get through it. And we talk about growth a lot.
So, and my co-wife made a great observation and comment about us possibly not knowing what growth looks like. Yeah. Like we talk about it a lot. And of course we say, gotta go through the growth, and it's the growth process and the growth process. And that word. However, you're gonna hear it in GLC all the time. And what it comes down to though is that what one person's growth may look like may not be the same. However, knowing that growth will come through challenges, or can come. I guess I can't say will all the time.
Yeah,
because it depends on what you associate your pain with.
Sure.
Or if you're going to use it to propel you forward. And my co-wife made a comment about, is it going to propel you forward or is it going to propel you backward?
It's a choice.
So yeah,
it's a choice. And then one thing about growth, we think about a plant and what does it need to do. We don't look at it and go, just grow. Mm-hmm. No, you got to plant that seed first, and then it starts to grow. So you got to make a decision if you want to grow or you want to stay stuck like Chuck, like our husband says, in the mess that's going on around you. When we find out that we have so much control over our happiness, but then we want to give it to somebody else, and then when they don't make us happy when we want it on our terms, on our time, we get mad at them. Right. Well, you don't make me happy. Honey, you got to make yourself happy. And if the people around you can benefit from it, that is where you found some type of success. When the people around you can feel that you're happy. Now, we're not saying that you can be happy all the time, because we're still humans. We go in and out of it, right? But we can't neglect to, point out the fact that it's all about what we're willing to do. You're only as happy as you decide that you're going to be. And you got to understand that. Especially initial-wise, I'm going to speak directly to you all. I had to decide that I wanted to be happy. Although some wanted me to be upset and continue that, because then they could give me unsolicited advice. And it wasn't effective advice. And then you really start to see who's in your corner.
So true.
Because I'm telling you, people that said they loved us, we found out, both of us at separate times in different years, found out that was not the case. And many relationships were tested. Our character was assassinated. And continues to be. Shout out to us. Hey. And we always say, let them hate, let them go on and hate, because they're your marketing team. They're going to tell everybody what you're doing because they're still watching. So, but you got to decide, how happy do you want to be?
Exactly. And what you want that pain to reflect or inflect on your life. We're not going to say you're not going to go through pain. We're not saying that. We're not negating it, right? We're not saying that it's not important or that it don't exist. Right. None of that, you know, even when it comes to polygyny. And it's pain all around the board. Think about it's pain in life. You have pain through childbirth, and then there's this beautiful baby that comes from it, and all these other things. And then there's pain in raising this child, and all these different things. Absolutely. So with a lot of beautiful things comes pain, comes struggle. You know, my co-wife, you know, made a comment about the plant to grow. Think about the struggle that root has, not the root, the stem has, or the plant has to break through the soil. Think about a beautiful butterfly and the struggle that it takes to get out of the chrysalis to be this beautiful butterfly. A lot of beautiful things come from challenges, come from pain. Not saying that you have to have self-inflicted pain, though, in order to have that. But pain, and you don't need that because pain is a part of life. It's a part of life. I know people will see this video and will say, well, do I have to deal with this stuff in polygyny? And I'm going through so much pain in this. Do I have to? And you guys making it seem like, you know, you should just go through the pain and everything is all hunky-dory and everything like that. No, we're not saying that. Right. We're saying that you have the choice, like my wonderful co-op just said, you have the choice on what you want your happiness to look like. You have the choice on how long you want to wallow in the pain that you associated the meaning to that feeling. Exactly. You know, because we had a number of women who the pain don't look the same for them when it comes to polygyny, and some that has not even experienced, you know, that type of pain in polygyny. So to each his own when it comes to that. So we can't make it a blanket statement around the board that polygyny causes pain. It's what we associate with it. Even if it's done in a way that we are not pleased with, we still have the energy, we still have the intelligence, or we should, but we do have the choice on how we are going to utilize that in our lives. Are we going to let it destroy us, or develop us?
You're going to build upon it, or what are you going to do? I wasn't willing to bury my happiness. There's still good times to be had. I wanted to be responsible for that masterpiece of my own happiness. You know, imagine doing a project and your name is attached to it and it does so well and it's a success. You want to be associated with it, don't you? Well, you had to do all this work. I had to do all this work to get to be linked to it, you know, and put your name on it, right? So you had to tell yourself, look, I got to do this work. It's not going to be easy, but I'm going to do it. I've seen people fight for less than the success of their marriage. Right. I've seen them fight for less. They'll sit in a line at a gas station when the gas is cheap for an hour to fill up the car. They'll go to Popeyes and get their little whack chicken sandwich for hours and days. Talking about, I couldn't get it. But you won't fight that hard for your marriage? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I'm not doing that. So, or not even just your marriage, your happiness. And then the marriage, the marriage, if everybody's doing their work, you have a fulfilling marriage before you know it. But what you don't get to do is have it overnight. And everybody, how did you become close? It wasn't overnight. You don't build a house overnight.
Everything. And it took the choice.
You gotta make a choice.
The work, the choice, we made that.
Yeah.
And here's the thing that I want to let wives out there to know and understand if you don't see it. Your husband marrying again does not take away from his marriage from you. It don't
erase it.
It don't erase that. He still married to you. He did not toss you to the side. He did not get anybody to replace you. You are still his beautiful wife. Like, I really, truly, I don't know how many times I can say, because people don't really listen to me because I'm a subsequent wife and I don't know what I'm talking about. However, that's the thing that I want people to see, that polygyny does not erase the initial marriage or the first marriage or anything like that. You guys have this time. Continue to build on that time. It doesn't stop. My co-wife says that just because a marriage begins does not mean that this one ends.
Right. And if they say that, we have paperwork. We got paperwork. We know our marriages are valid. You know, we both both have contracts. So and we decided to abide by those contracts. So it's not something, and no, polygyny didn't ask to erase your marriage. Stop accusing, stop putting it on polygyny. It really didn't. I mean, only you can do that. Only you and your husband can make your marriage disappear, honey.
Indeed.
I don't care what nobody tells you, because you got to decide. Was that video that it's like I could have been a rapper in another life, but the video was get your weather together. You got to decide whether or not you're gonna do this to the best of your ability. It doesn't mean it's easy, or you're not. It's that simple. And we don't want to make it black and white because it's hard, and we want it to be easy.
Right.
And it ain't easy, okay? But it can be less hard or easier if you're going to do the work. And the work is planting the seed is to decide that you're going to change for the better, not for the worse. Because some people they'll go forward or they'll go in reverse, and then they want it to be what it was before. But what if before wasn't the best that it could be? You know, you got to ask yourself that question, because if I went back to how my marriage was, it wasn't in the gutter, but I'm like, I wasn't Coach Fatimah then. And I wasn't helping as many people then. And I like helping people because I'm an ENFP. So I like that. That makes me feel good to make change in the world. And I couldn't make change in the world focused on Coach Nazir and my kids. Mm-hmm. So my art is in the world, but this is another level. And I really like it. So like Coach Nyla was saying, you're gonna have to do work. And success and work.
I'm just saying. Only time success coming before work is in the dictionary, honey. You're not going to get it any other way.
Yes, exactly.
You got to do the work first.
Yeah, you have to. And put that in the comments. You got to do the work first. Hashtag you have to do the work. You got to do the work first.
Work first.
Work first.
Work first
in
the comments, guys.
And it's worth it. You'll find that it's worth it. And you can't see it now because you're in the muck of it. But I'm telling you, what is it with the diamond? We can talk about the blood diamonds, but we talk about the diamond coming up out the earth, and it gets polished. But because it's in the dirt doesn't mean it's weak. Indeed. It's still a diamond. It's just not where it could be yet. So remember that, guys, when you're thinking that change can just come overnight. You really got to work, make that decision, plant that seed, and decide to grow, and decide that you just as happy as you want to be.
Exactly.
You know? So yes.
Right. There you go. And let the pain propel you forward, not push you back.
Yeah.
So until next time, make sure you are growing intentionally,
loving fearlessly,
and connecting on a higher level every single day. All right, guys. See you soon. Assalamu alaikum.
Peace.